Okay, let's head on over to Malaysia. The government is implementing a conditional movement control order. Let's find out what that is. That's joining us live from Malaysia, from Kuala Lumpur, is Ruby Tinawin. Hello, Ruby.
Hello, Alma. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, starting Monday next week, almost all economic sectors and business activities will be allowed to resume business, subject to conditions and standard operating procedure. This was based on the announcement made this morning by Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. In a special address, Muhyiddin said the government will enforce a conditional movement control order beginning May 4th to ease the partial lockdown implemented in March to contain the COVID-19 pandemic. He added the decision is made following advice from the Health Ministry and after lengthy discussion during the Economic Action Council, National Security Council, and Cabinet meeting. According to him, the MCO had seen the country incur 63 billion ringgit in losses so far. If the partial lockdown continued for another month, losses would touch nearly 100 billion ringgit. So under the new conditional MCO, areas with red zones will remain closed. Industries and businesses that involves the presence of a lot of people, where body contact and social distancing will be difficult to exercise, will not be allowed to operate. That includes cinemas, nightclubs, entertainment centers. Religious activities and gathering, including Friday prayers for Muslim and gatherings at houses of worship, will also not be allowed. All sports and recreational activities involving large gatherings, again, are also prohibited. Any sports activities that involve close contact, such as football, rugby, swimming, and indoor sports, will not be allowed as well. Outdoor badminton, tennis, jogging, cycling, golf, running in small groups of not more than 10 will be permitted. Now, all educational institutions will remain closed. Interstate travel will still be barred except for work purposes. Members of the public are also prohibited from traveling for the Raya celebration. Now, in terms of work, the Prime Minister advised employers to implement flexible working hours to avoid too many workers present at the same time. And also, he urged employers to allow their employees to work from home, and also requiring husband and wives to take turns going to office. Now, even public sector workers are encouraged to work from home unless they are required to go back to office for meetings. Now, restaurants can reopen, but must follow social distancing. Likewise, from next week onwards, customers will be allowed to dine in at restaurants. However, table must be placed 2 meters apart, and the number of customers limited based on table sizes. Restaurants are also required to register names of all customers, and that is to enable contact tracing if someone tests positive for COVID-19. They also are required to make sure social distancing are strictly implemented, and to provide hand sanitizing hand sanitizer at payment counters as well. And of course, number of people in public transport should follow social distancing. And to avoid crowding at public transportation facilities, the government proposes staggered working hours. All users of public transport are also advised to wear facial masks. Back to you, Alma.
All right. Thank you very much for your update, Ruby. We'll see you soon for more. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Yes, reporting from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, this is Ruby Tinawin. We live in interesting times.